Shalom to the elect of Israel, you so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, West Indian, and Haitians. Gotta give our praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Korash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, who teach well. And a sincere salutation to all the Akim, pushing this truth throughout the four winds of the earth, looking up the hope for the elect. And shalom to the outwalk for our listening and learning. I'm Isaiah coming into another lesson in truth, fact, faith, and edification. And this is this Edomite, Ben Shapiro, saying that he doesn't accept Yahweh Shai as the Messiah. So it's just a short 5-minute clip, and I'm gonna get a few precepts. Lord, wouldn't it be edifying?
Way that the ancient Jews said that they show you don't go anywhere after your death, right?
Yeah, the idea of the afterlife is pretty modern invention in Judaism.
Yeah.
It really only crops up, historically speaking, a little bit in the prophets, and it's usually the late prophets.
Right.
And it's really maybe as a response to early Christianity or Greek thought. So yeah, in the Bible itself, there's no reference in the Torah. There's no reference to the afterlife
what
at
do
all.
you think?
Now he said there's no reference to the afterlife in the Torah. Okay, so let's prove that. This is Psalms 104 and verse 29, and it reads, "Thou hidest thy face, they are troubled. Thou takest away their breath, they die, and return to the dust, and return to their dust. Thou sendest forth thy spirit, they are created, and thou renewest the face of the earth." So this is in the Old Testament. This is in Psalms, man. He said it's not in the Torah that speaks about reincarnation. Again, Psalm 104 and 29. "Thou hidest thy face, they are troubled." Talking about people. This is how we come in and how we go out. "Thou takest away their breath, they die, and return to their dust. Thou sendest forth thy spirit, they are created, and thou renewest thy face of the earth." That's reincarnation, man. Now when you go to Ecclesiastes chapter 3 and verse 21, it reads, "Who knoweth the spirit of man that goeth upward, and the spirit of beasts that go downward to the earth?" So animals, when they die, they go to in the earth, man. But when you die, your spirit go back up to the Most High, man, who gave it. It's Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 7. And this say the same thing, man. Ecclesiastes 12 and 7. "Then shall the dust return to the earth," like I just read to you in Psalms 104. It said they die and they return to their dust. So this Ecclesiastes 12 and 7. "Then shall the dust return to the earth as it was, and the spirit shall return unto God who gave it." Okay? Again, Ecclesiastes 3 and 21. "Who knoweth the spirit of man that goeth upward," man? Soon you die, man, your spirit go back to the Lord, man. It's all proof, man, in the scriptures.
What happens after the death of your body?
So I mean, I only have suspicion.
I just read to you what happened to the death of your body, man. Your body go back to the dust, man, but your spirit go back to Yahweh.
Because again, unverifiable. My suspicion is that if there is a God, which I believe, who exists outside of time and space.
Now he said he believe in it's a God, but he don't believe in the Messiah. He believe in the Most High, but he don't believe in the Messiah because he followed this guy named Maimonides, which was some false prophet, some bugged out witchcrafter in the ancient time.
And that what animates me is that I'm made in the image of God, and that what animates my capacity is that I'm made in the image of God, that I reunify with God. That basically there's the traditional Jewish take on this has been that there's a cleansing process. Judaism doesn't believe in eternal hell. So it's instead this idea that there's a cleansing process for your soul, the part that you got from God, that spark of life that you got from God. You schmutzed it up while you're alive, and now there's a cleansing process, and that's what hell is, sort of. And then you are reunited with God, and you have greater understanding. The idea of me being a distinct person.
And hell is not a place, man. Hell is not a place with fire. Let me say that. Where you burn forever, man. It tell you in Revelation 20 and 14 that death and hell was cast into the lake of fire, man. So if hell is a place where you go and burn forever, how the hell can hell be through into the lake of fire, man? It don't make no sense. The word hell, when you look up the word hell, man, hell just means a condition, the grave, or a judgment, man. Okay, like they say, this is the white man's heaven. It is. Let me rephrase that. This is the Edomites' heaven, and this is the Israelites' hell, or this is the so-called white man's heaven and the so-called black man's hell. Hell is a condition, man. Hell is a condition. It's judgment, or it's the grave, man. That's what hell is, man. A condition, judgment.
Percentage outside of my body, I think, is a difficult one. That's my own personal.
So you know that you're physically resurrected into heaven with God.
No, I think that
It's something like a soul or energy.
Your spirit go back to the Lord, man. Not your body, your spirit do. And you get renewed. The scriptures say that, man. I just read it. Clear.
Or consciousness or something.
Yes,
like that.
yes, a form, like an Aquinas form, right? Yes, I think that those are actually two different things in Judaism as well. Like the idea of Tichiyat Metim, which is the idea of resurrection of the dead. That's a different idea than what happens after you die, right? Tichiyat Metim is the idea that eventually the Messiah comes, that we'll all be resurrected back in our physical bodies at a certain point, which, honestly...
Nah. He just said back in our physical bodies. Now, when you go to 2 Corinthians, this is what Paul said. 2 Corinthians 15, man. So look at 1 Corinthians 15 and 51. But behold, I will show you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall all be changed, man. In a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, in the last trump, for the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall arise incorruptible, and we shall be changed. For this corruptible must put on incorruptible, meaning our bodies are corrupted right now. We get sick, we get old, we get tired, we weak. Okay? So it say, for this corruptible must put on incorruptible, and this mortal must put on immortality, man. That means we're gonna live forever. We'll never die again, man. When we get our new bodies, man. Okay? So when this corruptible shall have put on incorruption, and this mortal shall have put on immortality, then shall be brought to pass the saying that is written, death is swallowed up in victory. So we're going to be changed, man. Okay, when you go to matter of fact, let me get that. I think that's 2 Corinthians chapter 5. Matter of fact, let me get that. No, it's 1 Corinthians. 1 Corinthians. Let's see. But what Paul said that man, let me see if I can find it real quick. He said there are celestial bodies and and terrestrial bodies. But we shall all be changed.
Given the nature of how science is moving and the possibilities of cloning is actually less crazy than it sounded probably a couple of thousand years ago.
Yeah, I debunk most of the modern, the singularity is coming, we're going to upload everybody. This is not going to happen. No, definitely.
I mean, that's good to know because I just feel like the computer would be really weird. It's weird to live inside a computer, but
we're living in a computer now, but there's no buffering or little pixels that are going off.
Every so often, when I'm staring off into space, it's because.
But while I got you here, I want to push you on something. My Christian friends, people that I debate, particularly on the resurrection, they have a whole series of arguments. If you just followed our reason, you would accept Jesus as your Savior. And my answer to this is the great Jewish rabbis who are smarter than you and I sitting here, they've gone through all these arguments. Why don't they accept Jesus? Why don't you accept Jesus as the Messiah?
Okay,
so before you get into that, I want to get this precept. This is 1 Corinthians 15 and 40. First Corinthians 15 and 40. it reads, start at 39. All flesh is not the same flesh, but there is one kind of flesh of men, another flesh of beasts, another of fishes, and another of birds. There are also celestial bodies and bodies terrestrial, man. But the glory of the celestial is one, and the glory of terrestrial is another, man. That's why Paul said we shall be changed into what, man? We're going to be the Supermans and the Thors, the elect. The Supermans and the Thors, okay, and the Flashes, man. It tell you in Isaiah chapter 40. Matter of fact, let me read it. Isaiah chapter 40 and verse 29. I'm going to start at 29. And it reads, He giveth power to the faint, and to them that have no might, he increaseth strength. Even the youth shall faint and be weary, and the young men shall utterly fall. But they that wait upon the Lord, what he says in Zephaniah 3 and 9, wait ye upon me till I rise up to the prey. So he tell you in Jeremiah 51 and 19, he said, Jacob is the form of all things. He said, with thee will I break in pieces the nations, and with thee will I destroy kingdoms. He tell you the same thing in Ezekiel 25th chapter, that he's going to put the spirit on Israel to do his will in Edom, man. So it said, but they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. That means we're going to be able to fly, man. And it say, not, let me read that again. Yeah, they shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint, man. That's spiritual power, man. Okay? Your body going to be changed in the twinkling of an eye. Now, when you go to Ezekiel 25th chapter, in verse 14, and it reads, And I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel, and they shall do in Edom according to my anger and according to my fury, and they shall know my vengeance, saith the Lord Yahweh power. So the Lord said he gonna have to put his spirit on us to do what Edom did to us, man. Wickedness. That's gonna be spiritual power, man.
The reason that I don't accept Jesus as the Messiah is because I think that a lot of the arguments in faith. So Jesus as the Messiah is a different figure than anything that exists inside Judaism. So when people say that Judaism predicts the coming of Christ, the change in the nature of what Christ is, what a Messiah would be, is different from Judaism to Christianity. So Judaism never posited that there would be God come to earth in physical form, and then acting out in the world in that way.
And these Edomites so stupid, they don't know this Judaism, man. One of the Maccabees, John Hyrcanus, man, he converted you Edomites to follow the ways of the Israelites when he conquered you, man. And then y'all came up with Judaism. Okay? That comes from John Hyrcanus, man. Converting these Edomites to follow the ways of the Israelites, man. Or he was going to kill them. See, these people don't understand. They don't know nothing, man. Now, this guy here, he's supposed to be so high up in what you call it?
Judaism.
In the industry, okay, with the elites. He probably one of the high up talk show dudes. He don't even know, man. Judaism, John Hyrcanus converted them Edomites to follow the ways of the Israelites, to follow their laws and customs, man. And they came up with it later, Judaism.
Posits that God is beyond space and time. Occasionally he intervenes in history, but he doesn't take physical form. It's one of the key beliefs of Judaism, actually, isn't it?
There you go. He said that Yahweh didn't take physical form, man. Now this is 1 John chapter 4 and verse 2. It reads, Hereby know ye the Spirit of God. Every spirit that confesses that Yahweh HaMashiach is come in the flesh is of God. And every spirit that confesses not that Yahweh HaMashiach is come in the flesh is not of God. And this is the spirit, and this is that spirit of Antichrist, whereof you have heard, it shall come, and even now already is it in the world. So these are these are antichrists, man. Okay, because it ain't no one antichrist; it's many, man. Now this is 1 John 2 and 18. And it reads, little children, it is the last time, as ye have heard, the Antichrist shall come. Even now are there many antichrists, with an S, whereby we know that it is the last time. So, there's of the Antichrist, man. They don't confess that Yahushua came in the flesh. They are the Antichrist. Now, this is Matthew chapter 10, verse 32. And it reads, whosoever therefore shall confess me, now this is in the red, so this is Yahushua speaking. Whosoever therefore shall confess me before men, him will I confess also before my Father, which is in heaven. So when you go back to 1 John, finish reading this, 1 John chapter 4, no, 1 John chapter 2 and verse 22. It reads, who is a liar but he that denieth that Yahushua is the Hamashiach? He is an antichrist that denieth the Father and the Son. Whosoever denieth the Son, the same have not the Father, but he that acknowledge the Son have the Father also. So this man gonna say he believe in God, but he don't believe in the Son?
Corporeal God. So that means that the idea is actually foreign to Judaism of a merged God man who is God in physical form, then dies and is resurrected and all this. It's just a different idea than exists in
So
Judaism.
you're not waiting for the Messiah to come.
Right.
He's not coming.
So I'm waiting for the Messiah to come in the form of a political figure, right?
Nah, he said he looking for Yahushua to come as a political figure, man. Like when you watch the movie Omen, okay? He like the movie Omen, man. Like Damon was set up. He's supposed to be the Antichrist, and he came up through politics. Nah, man. Antichrist is the nation of Edom, man. And anyone else that denied that Yahushua is the Son and the Messiah and came in the flesh, man. They are the Antichrist, man. Okay? It's a movement, man. Now Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, you red Hebrew Edomites, you are the wicked. You are the Antichrists. And everyone else that followed their ways, man. Because who controls the earth? Job 9:24 said the earth was given into the hand of the wicked. Who is the wicked according to the Bible? The Edomites, man. The Lord said in Romans the 9th chapter, man, the Lord he created them just to be vessels of wrath fitted for destruction, man. He created them to be the wicked. That's why David said in Psalm 17, Lord, deliver my soul from thy sword, which is the wicked, man. From the wicked, which is thy sword. What was Esau's blessing? The sword, man. I just told him he was going to live by the sword, man. Okay? These Edomites are the wicked, and anyone that is of the Antichrist is part of Esau Edom, man. Because they don't believe in the Most High. They don't believe in the Messiah, man. This man say he's looking for a physical, political man that's going to come up through politics or whatever. But it's going to be a physical man that's going to come. And Yahushua said in Isaiah 47 that he shall not, matter of fact, let me read it. He shall not meet thee as a man, man. So he said when he was here the first time, he was that lamb, that humble spirit. But he said this time when he come back, he ain't coming back like that. And this is Isaiah 47 and verse. It's Isaiah 47 verse 3. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered. It said, yeah, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. Yahushua coming back as a lion. He's not coming back as a man. He's coming back as a lion, man. So these people is done lost their mind, man.
Messiah in Judaism is a guy who's going to come back and is going to establish peace in Israel and is going to
Exactly. Watch this.
to assure that there's sort of a happier world with a bunch of political aspects to it, as explained by Maimonides. But he's going to die too, right? He's not going to.
He's talking about. He just said that Yahweh is going to come back. He's supposed to come back and establish peace and everlasting life, but he's going to die too. He said Maimonides said that, which was a wicked, a false prophet, which he was a warlock, man. That he did witchcraft. Now this is who he followed. This guy named Maimonides, who was in the ancient time. Now this is now to cut him on that, because he just said that Yahweh ain't coming back to establish peace, man, and everlasting life. This is Isaiah chapter 9, verse 6, and it reads, "For unto us a child is born, and unto us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulder, and his name shall be called Wonderful, Counselor, the Mighty God, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace. Of the increase of his government and peace, there shall be no end." Now he just said it ain't gonna be no everlasting life. This guy here, Ben Shapiro, it say of the increase of his government, Yahweh's government, there shall be no end upon the throne of David and upon his kingdom, to order it and to establish it with judgment and with justice from henceforth, even forever, man. The zeal of the Lord of hosts will perform this. Come on, man. How you gonna get around that? When you read Isaiah 2, okay, starting at verse 1 down to 4, man, it tell you that the nation will learn war no more, man. It just said right here it's gonna be peace forever and justice, man. That means everything done in righteousness. These Edomites, man, they don't. First off, he started off talking about reincarnation ain't in the Torah. He went off. He went off on that first off.
Come back and then everybody lives forever and any of that kind of stuff.
Now I just read it said that everybody gonna live forever, man. The elect, the Israelites. Okay. First off, starting with 144,000, but it tell you in Romans chapter 12 verse 16. I'm finna read that real quick. Romans 12. Is it Romans? No, Romans 11:26. And so all Israel shall be saved, as it is written, there shall come out of Zion the deliverer, and shall turn away ungodliness from Jacob. It's saying all Israel shall be saved. 2/3 got to die first, because they don't want to change. They want to keep being wicked, doing all these wicked deeds. They got to come back in the kingdom, man. Okay? They got to come back in the kingdom, because they don't want to stop partying, drugging, being disobedient to parents. All manners of wickedness, man. Okay? All manner of wickedness. Jake gonna have to come back in the kingdom, man. Jake don't want to stop committing adultery. Jake don't want to stop killing each other. Jake don't want to stop sleeping with 2-3 women, because the law says you don't supposed to do that. Jake don't want to sleep with women with their period on. It's all laws, man, that Jake don't want to stop eating pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. But the point is, all Israel shall be saved, man. And they're going to live in righteousness. But these Edomites don't believe that. Because Psalm 50:16, what did the Lord say? But unto the wicked, God said, what has thou to do to declare my statutes, seeing thou hatest instructions? So they had no business putting their hand on the scriptures in the first place, man.
Well, agent, he's just like us.
Right. Like, in the Jewish view,
Now he talking about Yahweh just like us. Man, the Lord said he not coming back as a man. He will not meet you as a man. He's coming back as a fierce lion, man, to slay. Matthew 10:34, the Lord said he come not to bring peace but a sword, man.
any person can be the Messiah. Any Jew can be the Messiah in the Jewish view.
Right.
See, man, this is the blasphemy of these Edomites, man. Any Jewish person can be the Messiah. This Edomite done lost his mind, man.
I could be it. Who knows? But I'm not.
See, everything is a joke, man.
That's
This
a
is a
different
joke.
view than a Christian view. So the argument typically made to Jews by Christians on this is that Jews are, it's forecast by the Bible.
Right.
And that.
So I'm gonna close out with these couple precepts. This is 2 Thessalonians. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 11. And for this cause, the same cause right here with this guy saying. And for this cause, God shall send them strong delusions that they should believe a lie. So these people they believe a lie, man. Okay? Now this is another one in Job, man. The Lord said he put the spirit on these people to believe lies, man. Like all the people in these churches, man. We in 2019, man, the year of Karama. You still got Jake out here, still believe that the Lord is a so-called white man with dog stringy hair, man. You still got Jake believe that they are African Americans, man. It's 2019. Jake still believing what Esau taught him on the plantation, man. Still to this day. They still want to call on Jesus. The Lord, that's what the Lord is saying in Isaiah 1 and 3. The ox knoweth his owner, and an ass his master's crib. An ox and an ass is two of the stubborn animals on the planet. It said, an ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib. But Israel doeth not know, my people doeth not consider, man. So you got an ox and an ass. They know they master, they know they owners. But Israel don't know nothing, man. That's why he said in Hosea 4 and 6, my people shall perish for lack of knowledge because they ain't trying to study and search out nothing, man. All they want to keep doing is following behind these the 501c3 charter, pork chop, bacon bit, real beef pastors, man. This is Job chapter 12, verse 16. With him is strength and wisdom. Talking about the Most High Yahweh and his son Yahushua. The deceived and the deceiver are his, man. So he's sending these people strong delusion they should believe a lie. And 2/3 of our people getting the same thing as Edom getting, man.
And for Jews, we have a whole different read when you read the Hebrew about why this may or may not be true.
And Christians claim
And you ain't no Jew, man. Okay, Revelation 2 and 9 say, I know thy works and tribulation and poverty, man. You Jews own everything. You are not the real Jews, man. The real Jews going to be in poverty and tribulation. And that's us so-called Negroes, man. Negro, Latino, Native American, West Indian, Haitians. Okay, Revelation 2 and 9 say, I know thy works and tribulations and poverty, but thou art rich. Why are we rich? Because we come from the bloodline of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, man. Okay? I know thy works and tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. And I know the blasphemy of them who say they are Jews and are not, man, but do lie. They are the synagogues of Satan. So you ain't no Jew, man. You Jewish. Ish mean what? What does ISH mean? Pertaining to or trying to be like. Who are they trying to be like? The real Jews, man. Judah. And Judah, and that's just one tribe, man. One tribe. Now, when we was in Babylon, because you had Judah, you had the so-called Jamaicans, the so-called Haitian and Negroes was together in Babylon, because the northern kingdom was already on this side of the world, because they went in Syrian captivity. And after the Syrian captivity, they came over here to North America. We were still in Babylon, Negroes, Jamaicans, and Haitians. So they called us together, the Jews, the three tribes. But Jews come from Judah, which is one tribe. You Edomites ain't no Jews, man.
the Old Testament predicts it's going to come. So
Right.
I disagree.
Well, I disagree because I mean I think a lot of the verses that are cited are actually misreads of the Hebrew. So actually, I read Hebrew, so
Okay.
so I think that but you know again.
See, he said the Old Testament mentioned it. Then he talking about it do mention that Yahushua in the Old Testament, man. This is Deuteronomy. Hey, that's what's the beautiful thing on these scriptures, man. This is Deuteronomy 18 and 15. And it reads, the Lord Yahweh thy power will raise up unto thee a prophet from the midst of thee of thy brethren, like unto me. Unto him ye shall hearken. That's talking about Yahushua, man. Way in Deuteronomy, man.
I that's not to disclaim even in the Jewish view, the impact of Christianity on world history, right?
Yeah, that's a different question.
Right,
We're just talking
exactly.
about the ontological.
And that's another problem. Christianity has nothing to do with this Bible, man. The Christianity that these Edomites have set up is called whitewash, man. The Bible and Christianity has nothing to do with each other, man. Nothing. Nothing.
Logical question.
Right.
Is there a God out there? And is there a Jesus, a Messiah, in physical form?
Right, so I have actual beliefs that run counter to the idea of God taking physical form as a human being, because I think that leads to a lot of weird side effects.
It sure does. Yeah, like to my
See, there's these Edomites, man. Hey, they got a lot to pay for, man. That's why people messed up today because of the philosophy like this, man. That's why the Lord say, don't be drunken with these other philosophers, with these strange women, man. Okay? Matter of fact, let me read that. This is Proverbs chapter 5. This is Proverbs chapter 5. Proverbs chapter 5 verse 15. Drink waters out of thy own cistern, and running waters out of thy own well. Let thy fountain be dispersed abroad, and rivers of water in the streets. Let them be only thy own, and not strangers with thee. Let thy fountain be blessed, and rejoice with the wife of thy youth. Talking about this wisdom, man. Let her be as a loving hen and pleasant roe. Let her breasts satisfy thee at all times, and be thy ravished always with her love. Talking about wisdom, man. And why wilt thou, my son, be ravished with a strange woman, embracing the bosom of a stranger? This talking about don't be following the philosophers of these worlds, man. Okay? These Edomites and their philosophy, man. That's why I tell you in Jeremiah 51 that all the nations were angry because they drunk of her wine, man. The philosophies.
My Christian friends, when you're resurrected in heaven, well, how old am I? I mean, physically resurrected. 30. Some of them say you're 30 because that was a good. Jesus was 31, and so. But
yeah, that's the point on that, man. It's these devils, man. Okay, that's why people right now destroying the churches, because they following the philosophy of these Edomites, man. And the Lord said they are not trying to search Him, man. Okay, so with them, give all praise to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim, Rakah, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of great millstone who rule well, who teach well, and a sincere salutation to all the ark, pushing this truth but following of the earth, waking up the hopeful elect. Hey, man, drink that water from thy own cisterns, man. Okay? Meaning that John 7:38, the Lord say, he that believeth on me, as the scripture have said, man, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water. I mean, out of your mind shall the truth go, man. Shalom.